Welcome to Narrations. Today's film is The Sandlot, a beloved coming-of-age comedy released in 1993, directed by David Mickey Evans. It's the kind of story that feels like summer, full of laughter, mischief, friendship, and baseball. Set in the early 1960s, this movie captures the magic of childhood adventures and the bonds that define growing up. Let's dive into the story. Scotty Smalls is the new kid in town. He's quiet, nerdy, and has trouble making friends. One afternoon, he watches a group of boys playing baseball at a nearby sandlot. He's fascinated but nervous. He doesn't know how to play, and he's not exactly welcomed by the other kids. But Benny the Jet Rodriguez, the best player on the team and the quiet leader of the group, sees something in Smalls and invites him to join. Though awkward at first, he doesn't even own a proper glove. Benny helps him get started, teaching him how to catch and throw. From there, Smalls becomes one of the gang. The Sandlot becomes their summer world, a dusty, sun-baked field where they play ball every day without keeping score. The group includes a cast of unforgettable characters: Ham, the loud and hilarious catcher; Squints, the mischievous storyteller with big glasses; Yaya, who always agrees with everything, and a few others, each with their own quirks. Together, they form a ragtag but tight-knit crew. Their summer is filled with adventures. They challenge a snooty rival baseball team to a hilarious showdown, win with swagger, and celebrate like champions. They head to the fair and ride the spinning tilt-a-whirl after chewing tobacco, only to end up vomiting all over themselves and the ride. They sneak into the community pool where Squints stages a dramatic fake drowning just so he can steal a kiss from Wendy Peppercorn, the beautiful lifeguard. Somehow it works and she lets him off with a smile. But the fun takes a turn when Smalls brings a ball to the Sandlot for the game. He doesn't realize the ball is signed by Babe Ruth, a legend even the boys worship. When he hits his first real home run and sends the ball flying over the fence into the yard next door, the boys panic. That yard belongs to the Beast, a terrifying dog rumored to have eaten thieves, mailmen, and even kids who dared to retrieve anything that landed in its domain. No one dares to go over the fence. Desperate to get the ball back, the boys try everything. They build contraptions, send over vacuum cleaners, toy cars, and even lower one kid down like a crane, each attempt ending in disaster. The Beast destroys their inventions every time, adding to his myth. The boys exaggerate his story with flashbacks and tall tales, convinced the dog is part monster. Eventually, Benny decides to take matters into his own hands. He dreams that Babe Ruth visits him and gives him the courage to just go get the ball. So Benny laces up his shoes, specifically the legendary PF Flyers, guaranteed to make a kid run faster and jump higher. What follows is a wild chase as Benny jumps the fence, grabs the ball, and runs through town with the massive dog on his heels. They race through streets, yards, and even a movie theater, until finally, the fence collapses, trapping the dog. But then something unexpected happens. They realize the Beast, whose real name is Hercules, isn't a monster at all. He's just a big, lovable dog who was misunderstood. The boys meet the dog's owner, Mr. Myrtle, a blind man who turns out to be a former ballplayer himself, and a friend of Babe Ruth. He's kind, forgiving, and even gives Smalls a new signed ball to replace the one he lost. As summer comes to an end, the boys grow closer. They keep playing ball, but one by one, the group begins to drift apart, growing up and moving on. Smalls becomes best friends with Benny, and the two remain close. In the final scene, we see that Smalls is now an adult, a sports announcer, and Benny is a professional baseball player, stealing home as Smalls calls the play. The Sandlot is more than just a baseball movie. It's about friendship, courage, and the wild imagination of childhood. It captures the way summers used to feel: endless, magical, and full of possibilities. David Mickey Evans tells the story with humor and heart, and every scene feels like a cherished memory. Thanks for listening to Narrations. If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more timeless movie tales. See you next time.